Welcome, fellow RPG lovers. So, this remake and this game potentially need a lot of work, but overall, I'd say it's amazing. From an original Gothic fan and from a true RPG adventure fan, it's great. And a side note, do not listen to the haters. A lot of the people complaining are the modern gamers. This one guy was arguing with me on YouTube, and he had, a Siri picture. And while I love the Witcher games, they're very easy in terms of combat. There's no timing required, there's no spacing required, there's very little development, and there's very little preparation that you need, especially if you play on normal difficulty. Death March is a different story, but... So this guy was complaining, and you can just tell that he's not used to actually trying in games. So yeah, when you click on Witcher, what happens? It doesn't matter how far away you are, because Geralt will leap right to them. No matter the distance, he will do a spinning pirouette leap and hit. Gothic, you have to look at the length of your blade, and you have to match the length to whatever you're trying to hit. And two, Gothic, you need to time your attacks to do a combo. In Witcher, you can just press XXX, and he'll do the combo. No matter how slow or fast you do the combo, he's going to always do that combo. But in Gothic, you need to do X, X, X. You need tempo, you need rhythm. And a lot of people don't have that. So when they fail and they can't do a combo, they get enraged and they start complaining. And anybody who, has a differing viewpoint to them, they get angry and call you a boomer, they call you old, they call you whatever. So just keep that in mind, and I will continue. One thing that really stood out to me in this game was the graphics. They're not, and it's Unreal Engine, so, there's probably going to be some poor performance issues, but overall, it looks great, and just some of these visuals are absolutely stunning. And especially as playing the original Gothic, you compare the old 2000 graphics to 2025 graphics, and it just blows your mind, and it's jaw-dropping. In a game like this, it's a bit slower, so I don't think you need so many FPS, but if you want DLSS and all that stuff, lower your resolution, that's fine. But I'm playing on medium because I hate DLSS and I refuse to do it, and I don't like lowering my resolution scale too much. A lot of people were saying, oh, I lowered my resolution scale to 50%. It's like, well, if you're at 1440p, you're playing at 720 then, but that's their decision. I would rather have high resolution, no jaggy type thing. But it still looks amazing, even on medium, as you can see. And I was playing with the 80% resolution scale, because kind of had to. Something about Gothic games and Piranha Bytes games in general is they are very stealth inclined, so you can be a total thief if you want. You can steal everything, and it's great. And I think a lot of new people coming to the series don't understand that. I just watched a couple other people playing the demo for a little bit, and nobody thought to steal. Right away, I thought, ooh, let's steal some stuff, because I played the other games. A lot of Piranha Bytes games, including Elix and Risen and that kind of thing. And that's just a huge other part of the game that a lot of people don't really mention, is that you can steal everything. You can be a total kleptomaniac if you want, and it's absolutely awesome. The dialogue and the writing. So in the original Gothic, it was originally made in Poland, I think. So, the English voiceovers were very poor, but it was still serviceable. The writing was decent. And in this one, the writing is it's different. They try to add more to flesh it out for a modern audience. Some of the voice acting is kind of meh, in my opinion, but most of it's very well done. So overall, I'd say, that part is great, and it's going to get even better, because they gave out surveys that you could do if you want, and I took a survey, and they asked a lot of very good questions, so those are good questions to be asking from a developer standpoint. So hopefully they, fix certain things that need to be fixed, but the demo was very good, top shelf. The story is pretty good. I actually have not beat the first Gothic Classic yet. The Gothics I've played the most were 2 and 3, so I have yet to say definitively, but I'm in Chapter 4 in Gothic 1 right now, and it's pretty good. I'm interested to see what's going to happen next, so if this one's any like the original, I'm sure it's going to be great, and it's going to pull a lot of people in, because I'm not easily impressed. with storylines these days. So it's got me pulled in a little bit. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen next, and I think a lot of other people will like it too if they haven't played it yet.
He is real.
In general, is that these types of games require lots of exploration. There's a lot of hidden items and stuff, so you're rewarded by, maybe checking out a nook that looks a little suspicious. So you're rewarding for looking up and down because there might be pressure plates in certain places. So just you got to understand these games are really meant to be explored and not just follow the waypoint, as one might say. As I mentioned before, the combat is spacing based, it's timing based. It's very based on, the weapon you have and the armor you have. It's a bit slower and clunkier, what a lot of people would complain about, but the thing is, you're not the Witcher. You're not, Henry, level 20 Henry. You just got put into prison and you got a rusty pickaxe. So it's like you really have to time your strikes, you really have to watch your spacing, and this game added, a better dodge. You could kind of dodge in the original, but it was more like strafing and kind of that thing. But there's a dodge in this, so they're really putting in more tools for the modern audience to help themselves. But a lot of people have issues parrying and issues dodging, so just hopefully, more people kind of mention it and bring light to it, because as of right now, it just seems like some people don't know. Because I didn't even know you could dodge until like I'm almost done with the demo. So, and then parrying, it's not like in the original Gothic where you could just block, block, block all day. You have to time your parries now. So it's just different stuff that they don't mention, and I think they really should, because that puts a lot of newer players off. So I'm mentioning it here, so hopefully someone sees it that needs to. And of course the performance is actually really bad. But, that's a lot of early access games these days. So I was on Gothic at a 50% resolution scale, because that's what it defaults to. And I was getting about like 30 FPS, but I lowered a lot of things to a low, high, medium mix, and I was able to get over 40. But I also raised my resolution scale to 80. So I would rather have higher resolution but lower other graphic settings. So, yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of work still, but that was to be expected. It should get better. And I'm on a RTX 3070 mobile with the Ryzen 9 590 mobile, so 16 gigabytes RAM, playing at 1440. In conclusion, I am overall satisfied with the remake. I am not a die-hard Gothic fan as some might be, but I've been reading a lot of people's discussions in Steam and whatnot, and a lot of die-hard Gothic fans are very impressed. So there's just a few things here and there that need to get fixed, and it's just such an immersive experience. These Piranha Bytes games, I know it's being remade by other people, but they're still following that same formula. So just apologies if I offended anybody, but the problem is when people start coming in and talking crap about what I love, the type of games I love, and then they get butthurt when, I talk crap about the games that they love. So it's just, people need to understand that this just, people come in and complain and want this type of formula changed, and it shouldn't happen, because a lot of people love this. If you don't love this, go play Witcher 3 again. You know what I mean? Go play whatever those other hack and slash games are that I don't know the names of. But it's just such a good game, and it really needs a chance, and it just takes a minute to learn the combat, and takes a minute to just explore and appreciate, and just slow down a little bit.